yeah, now I'm pulling up the sides. It's very wobbly. And so you take the clay from the base and you're dragging it up the sides in the most even way so that you don't have any thin spots, you don't have any bulges. As you can see, I have a lot of bulges and thin spots. Yeah, see, now I gotta fix this rim. And so it's like really, it's one of those things that you just have to practice. It's really hard to describe the feeling. So it's like once people feel what it feels like to do it correctly, they're like, oh, okay, I got it. Yeah, see, this is, this video, this pot is very not centered, and any potters that see this video will be like, oh my god, her pot is not centered. It's like, you know,
I've learned.
I did the best I could under the circumstances. Use this little rib to like make the top even. Then like even out the rim just so it looks nice. Then we'll go in and clean up the bottom. This will make it actually look like a nice pot. I used to never do this part because I thought it was like not necessary, but now I do. 3 years in, you're like, yeah, okay, this is very nice. Perfectly serviceable. Or just like a tiny little like bowl that people have in their kitchen to like put all their little accoutrement in, which I have like a lot of those. Yeah, look, it's so wobbly. It's okay. Hand builds. And that's what like these big pieces are. And I use chalk to like do this wall. So it'd be interesting. Just one day, I was bored. I thought that it would look nice in the background of my Instagram. Yeah, that's all me. Yep, I'm the only one that throws here. And making this platter for a friend for Christmas. And so this doesn't really involve any throwing. It's just like, it's just making it, forming it. And then like, I made these for my family, for like their dogs. So these have yet to be fired. These need to be fired the first time. These need to be fired the second time. So these are all things that are just like raw clay. I made myself a little shelf. These are my glazed test tiles. And this is...
Wow.
Yeah, that's one of them. I have a second one. That one's not filled all the way yet. But like, pieces like this are pit fire. Which is when you fire them not in a kiln, but like in like actual flames. And so it doesn't really turn a color. It just turns this like black and white and gray color scheme, and it's like all kind of random patterns, which I really like. And this is like the way the indigenous people fire pottery. And of course I had to do it that way because I love them. The sanctuary to me is very, I don't know, it took me a long time to figure out how to make this happen. Without it like collapsing and falling apart. And then this one is the interior is actually made out of Virginia like red clay. I have this right here. This is I dug from like the backyard at my work. And this is just like what our clay body looks like. And I use it to like decorate because I think using the elements from your local community that adds so much character to art that it needs. So this like is my like home vessel. This is, you know, wherever I go with me. This is like my backyard right here. And it's like rough and it fires beautiful brick red. And like to process clay is like kind of annoying and the pain in the butt. But he helps me because yeah, this is like I dig it up and then it's this. And then I have to like sift it into this. And then this is how you make it. Yep. And I love the color. A red clay body is so nice to have, and it's high fire, which is nice. And I had to do a bunch of tests in order to do that, which is like way above my pay grade, but I tried it anyway. Because I was like, I see the ground is red clay. I want to make red clay. Like, it's right there. So yeah, and that's like, I'm using it to decorate more of my pots now. So like this is the red clay, and I can just use it as like a decorative factor. Eventually I want to get it to where it's smooth enough and like stable enough that I can throw with it, but we're not there yet. So I'm just decorating it in like organic ways, and then I'm gonna like pit fire this. Instead of fire it in the kiln. Because it gives such an organic look. Like, that's what I'm all about. It's just like freeform shapes, organic looks, like things that look like they were dug out of the ground. That's like what I prefer to do.